Hi, my name is April, and this is High Fantasy Writing. All right, here we are, finally at the last week of the InstaWrimo challenge that I'm doing here on YouTube in week-long segmented videos, and also on my TikTok at High Fantasy Writing that I'm posting every single day. So if you don't want to wait, go ahead over there, but since this is the last video in my series, sorry you missed it. This has been a ton of fun looking into my story, kind of getting to explain it to you more, talk about my characters and what I enjoy in writing, and a little bit about my writing process. So without any further ado, let's get on to the last week of NaNoWriMo. So prompts 24 to 31. And yes, I did cut my hair and I am back in my own apartment, no longer at my mom's place. So prompt number 24 is soundtrack. And I actually have several Spotify playlists for my book, at least this first book. I have both settings playlists, plot arc playlists, because I have several different interweaving plot lines that I have given each their own playlist, and some playlists for each of my characters that kind of each song goes through different aspects of their character and their character growth. But for this video, I'll keep it short and sweet and just give you kind of the theme song of some of my most prominent characters. So Azara, who is my main character, her theme song would be Blood / Water by Grandson. Not sure how exactly you're supposed to say that, if it's just blood water, but that song right there is definitely very encapsulating of Azara and who she is. Dahlia, one of my witches, would be Cosmic Love by Florence and the Machine, and her wife Maggie, who is also a witch, also would be Florence and the Machine, but she would be All This and Heaven too. Now Zinniat is one of my fairy rebels, and she would definitely be Soldier by Flory, and Vega, another one of my wonderful fairy rebels who you saw fan art of in one of my previous videos, she would be We're Only Gonna Die by Bad Religion. Just listen to that song and boom. That's Vega's soul right there. Now jumping over to my castle plotline, Tomash the King would be Little Lion Man by Mumford and Sons, and Danon, his best friend and soulmate, would be King and Lionheart by Of Monsters and Men. There you go. So those few songs are the songs that I feel like really encapsulate my characters, each of those that I gave songs to, but of course some of my characters go through significant character arcs in the book, so the song that would encapsulate them at the beginning of their arc, not the same as the one at the end. So take everything, all of those songs with a grain of salt, but if you wanted to get kind of the vibe of my characters and books, those songs would be a good place to start. Prompt number 25, Speedrun. So your book in 5 words or fewer. For me, it is so hard summarizing what my book is, just as a little blurb, as a elevator pitch, but one of the aspects of my book that I feel like is a pretty big through line would be who can interpret prophecy correctly. That's a big thing. You need to be able to interpret it correctly if you want to do something good with it, I suppose. Prompt number 26, writing snacks. So I am a definite snacker. I always have food on my bedside table or the end table next to me wherever I'm sitting. I just compulsively snack. I'm working on replacing that with just sipping water, which I already drink a whole bunch of water, always have water next to me, especially when I'm writing, but things other than just the boring water. Tea and any herbal teas. I don't really like black teas, but any herbal teas and coffee absolutely is a great staple for sipping on while you are writing. And then any little snacks like trail mix, any little individually wrapped chocolates, or something like Cheez-Its are great for me to snack while I'm writing or to give myself a little treat if I've hit a word count. Those chocolates are great for, hey April, get 500 words down and then you get a Hershey's Kiss. Yay. Sometimes those things really help. But it's got to be anything that obviously can't get your fingers dirty, because then you're spending time washing your hands rather than writing, and you don't want to distract yourself from writing with your snacks. Prompt number 27, favorite quote. Again with the favorites. You already know how I feel about favorite things, but a quote that really means a lot to me and is something that I like to keep in mind when I want to write a heroic character, or when I'm judging a character on thinking about whether I find them heroic or not, is definitely this quote from The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, specifically by Faramir. It's actually so impactful to me that I want at least part of it tattooed upon my body. And the quote goes, "War must be, while we defend our lives against the destroyer who would devour all. But I do not love the bright sword for its sharpness, nor the arrow for its swiftness, nor the warrior for his glory. I love only that which they defend." Prompt number 28, cliffhanger. So like with the plot twist prompt, obviously I'm not going to let you know if my book ends on a cliffhanger or how it might end on the cliffhanger, what that cliffhanger might be, but I will tell you what I like or don't like in cliffhangers. Similar to plot twists, I mean really anything in writing, it has to be done well. It can be done extremely poorly. If you're just doing a cliffhanger for shock value, then it's usually not going to be a great cliffhanger. And if you use a cliffhanger instead of wrapping up any story plot points at all, then it's kind of a bad cliffhanger. I enjoy cliffhangers that come after a complete plot arc or character arc within the book that has been written. So even if it's a series, I prefer books that have an entire arc to them. Now there are a couple of exceptions, of course, like Lord of the Rings, which is technically 3 books. Well, it was published in 3 books, but Tolkien went ahead and said, like, no, this is just one story. This should be one book, but of course publishing, and they're like, no, we need to split it up. But aside from those very outlying cases, if it's a series, I want to feel like I've read a complete story, or at least most of a complete story in each book of the series, and then the cliffhanger can come after kind of the main goal of the book has been accomplished and new information has come to light, which leaves you on the cliffhanger. I don't want the conclusion or climax of the book to be cut off just so that we can have a shocking cliffhanger. Prompt number 29, Shelfie, which I will insert a picture here.
Here's my main bookshelf. Redwall Classics. Complete works of Edgar Allan Poe. Chronicles of Narnia. Lord of the Rings. Inheritance Cycle. My Cat Toy Basket. Some books from the Wheel of Time. Yes, Harry Potter. It hurts to look at them though after what the author has said. Vampire Academy. 6 of Crows. The Senate Intelligence Community Staff. My Seasonal Fake Flowers. Hope you enjoyed.
Prompt 30 is a fun author photo. I don't feel like I have any fun author photos, and honestly, I don't really feel like going out and having an impromptu photo shoot where I try to come up with a fun author photo. So find my Instagram somehow. I'm not even sure if I have it linked anywhere, and see if you find any of those pictures fun. It's a fun photo. I am an author, so I guess it's a fun author photo. I don't know, man. And the final prompt number 31 on the beautiful day of Halloween, is spooky. Now, I absolutely adore the spooky aesthetic, the spooky feel. I enjoy those types of things much, much more than scary horror things. I like spooky and ooky and kooky, like the Addams Family, obviously, Hocus Pocus, Cemetery Boys, things that are very, they feel more comforting to me, even though there is that little like the hairs on the back of your neck stand up type of feeling, and it's not something you're completely comfortable with. Spooky is a lot more welcoming for me to dive into and wrap myself up into than something like straight horror that's super gory or intended to shock. I don't like straight scary stuff or things that have like jump scares or the intent is to like terrify you. Those things just I don't enjoy really at all. I like the spooky feelings, cute little bats or like the lurking danger in the darkness that's not, I don't know, Freddy Krueger or something. Those things aren't as enjoyable to me as just straight spooky stuff. All right, and that wraps up the InstaWrimo challenge that I have done here on YouTube and on TikTok. I hope you all enjoyed. It was a lot of fun for me to kind of go over my story, like I said at the beginning, and I do hope that you join me for NaNoWriMo, which is this coming month of November. I'm going to see if I can decide how I want to do NaNoWriMo, because traditionally it is just straight word count. You are starting a new project and you want to get 50,000 words in the month of November. But I'm editing my book right now, and I really, really want to get this round of edits done. I haven't been working on it as much as I really should have been. It's been kind of hectic and brain stuff going on for me this year, so I haven't really dove into editing the way I want to. So I think I'm going to write a couple of NaNoWriMo goals that I will go over with you guys about how I'm going to participate in NaNoWriMo, but do it with editing rather than the traditional word count. So if you're interested in that, give this video a like and hit subscribe and maybe ding that little bell so that you get notified when I post a new video. Go and check me out on TikTok, where there are a lot more casual daily videos that I do about my writing or just my life in general. Some cute videos that star my cat, Celine, and that I think will do it for today. I wish everyone a very happy Halloween and a blessed Samhain, and I hope wherever you are in the world, you are staying safe, staying healthy, and happy writing. Bye-bye.